Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd and 4. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. The intended receiver there, Allen. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He can run for it, and he will. Scrambling, not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first.
First down, Steelers.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Chargers, nothing.
Set! Black 20! I'm coming for you, son! I'm coming alert! He's coming!
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Flush to his right. And he connects with Vance McDonald. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
44.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, line, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But it'll be second and goal. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Here's Roethlisberger. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Roethlisberger. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd and inches, Roethlisberger, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. 3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. 2nd and 2. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And caught by Henry. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Hey, nice 7. Check right. Watching your 5. Hey, defense, let's go. Mark 55, Mark 55. Defense.
On first down, Herbert. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Forced out to his left. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Pilot, 64, weak. Let's go.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Back to throw. Herbert. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up. He's checking. Whoa!
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Let's go. Ready? Like 80. 56, right there. 56. 3 buns. Alert, like I said.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He connected on his first, this from 41. Boswell's kick is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And an alley to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
The Chargers take over first and 10.
We don't work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A give. Eckler running to the right. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From the gun, Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Bravo! Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. Hey, check Mike.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
Protein spill. Go.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now down to 20. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Roethlisberger looking for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Here we go.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Mike 55. Hey, eat. In your face.
On 2nd down, Martin. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
To throw from his end zone. Herbert complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, and someone jumped.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Looking to throw. Herbert airing one deep for Curse. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
To throw again. Herbert. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Off the play fake. Herbert. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 25 yards that time. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. It's Eckler again, and he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try.
Hey, Foxtrot. 98, watch 98, 98 to Mike. Watch the twist. 198, watch it go.
Operating from the gun. Herbert, he's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Steelers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. 2nd down and inches. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Switch. General West.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Back to throw. Herbert.
And yes, everyone.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
From the gun, Herbert. And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Connor going backwards here on the first down carry. Stopped up for a loss of a couple. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Again, a run with Connor. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it. But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for the Steelers, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.